What's up, everyone? I just had a realization and I wanted to share my. This might be out of my. Yeah, how? Well, I have my answer. Who the let that open? Is a friend who might be getting to me because I am clearly the one who let it open because I'm the only one in this world. But let's just save our bee before it dies in nature. Like the 150 bees I had here. Now I only have 3, I think. So let's just not, not lose them. Okay, the video was about FPS, about rendering, not rendering, but about performance of your game. Because I don't know for you, but since I've been playing video games, I've always searched or find a way or overclock my CPU, overclock a lot of things. I upgraded my PC multiple times just so I can have more and more and more and more FPS. The thing is, well, maybe, and just maybe, I just came to this realization today, or like a couple weeks ago, that you don't need as much FPS as you want. Because my goal was, since maybe a couple of years ago, was 120 FPS at 32 chunks with, everything enabled, a texture pack, and a shader. And today I kind of realized, maybe that's too much. Yeah, I guess if you have like the brand new tech, you have like $8,000 PC, you could achieve that, and I'm pretty close to achieving it, to be honest. But I've realized I don't need it, and I have more enjoyment from less, which is kind of weird. So less is better. We all know someone who's constantly bragging he has like 300, 400, 700 FPS. Just because, he has the fastest PC and he's able to outclick you and he's going to beat you in a 1v1. But this is what his game looks like. And, like, I don't want to sound mean, but if this is your enjoyment, well, it's your enjoyment, but it's kind of weird in my opinion. And don't get me wrong, there's also people who are playing like that with, like 5 FPS, but, oh, I have the clickiness. And yeah, if you stop moving, you take everything out and you take a screenshot, oh my god, your game is looking so good. But when they're playing, they cannot even fight, and they have like all the trouble in the world killing like one baby zombie. Well, I don't think this is much better. This actually kind of starts hurting my eyes. But what if I said I found the sweet spot? If you're not playing on a Switch or a phone, I do find the best spot for you. And when you do achieve it, you'll need nothing more, in my opinion. But first, if you wanna, I'm kind of curious, how many render distance are you playing, and how many FPS, and what are you targeting? Because I think if a lot of people answer this question, we'll see that no matter how high we are aiming, some people are aiming higher, and some people are way lower but are happier than us. And that might prove my point. For absolute perfect smoothness, and in my opinion, that's what most people want, even though if they don't even know it. But smoothness is one of the most important thing in the game. Well, I know, before yelling or before typing that I'm an idiot, 60 FPS. I am playing with 60 FPS with VSync on, and I have my monitor on 60 Hertz. You can go higher, but Minecraft really limits you at 60 FPS for some reason, or in my case, it does limits me in 60. In any way, I don't think I am able to achieve like 120 FPS with VSync on all the time. I don't have any input lag. The fact that the monitor is synced with the game makes it 10 times smoother. The alt tabs, everything everything is just 10 times better in my opinion. And Minecraft not being a game, you need the most competitive edge of like 300 FPS, or if you're playing online, I don't know, but that's not my problem. I'm here to have some fun in solo or in Minecraft hardcore, where, well, you don't need the biggest of reflexes, you need the good ones, but not the best ones, not the fastest one. So what happened here is, with 60 FPS VSync on, the game has never been as smooth. I have no more screen tearing, like, at all. The smoothness, maybe you'll have a little blur if you move a lot like that, that you won't get at like 700 FPS with, a lower render distance and all of, the good stuff with the shaders off. But in normal gaming time, the image is actually sharper. So if I am running, and even for the recording, if you look at the grass, everything is way sharper. Another factor that I found that made my experience playing Minecraft way better is changing a monitor. I'll talk a little more about that in another video, but going for 1080p to 1044p, it was a life-changing experience in Minecraft. Everything looks twice as good. So I kind of regret doing this because now I'm only curious about trying a 4K OLED monitor, but they're just so expensive that I cannot afford them. So we are not gonna try it for now, but hopefully one day I'll be able to try it. But for now, this is simply a world of difference. So if you're stuck with a really bad monitor and you have the chance to go to a 1044p, because I was someone who was always looking for more FPSs at 1080p. I was always convinced that 1080p is beyond enough. And now that I upgraded, to be honest, it's worth it. Don't gatekeep yourself. Everyone who's saying 1080p is better, it's smoother, they're lying. They're gatekeeping. Just go for the upgrade. I think this is it for the video today. Stop chasing the most FPS you're able to have. Even if I'm not playing with shaders on now, I do keep the 60 FPS VSync on. Well, if you have a relatively modern screen, you will not have any problem with like latency or some problems of syncing. It's gonna be instant. You're gonna love it. Trust me on that one. If you just play it for half an hour and you're like, it's bad, I don't want it, trust me, try it for a week or at least a couple days. You'll get used to it, and then, well, you'll be happier. It's gonna be better for you, for real. Like, it's crazy how much more enjoyable Minecraft is when it's stable, everything is perfect, than if you just strive to get like the most render distance, or if you strive to get the most FPS. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, well, leave a like, leave a comment or whatever. We're trying to reach 100 subscribers. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching.